Learn how to keep your memory sharp. Everything you remember, from the meaningful to the ordinary, and the way how you see the world and yourself. In many ways, your memories make you who you are. Throughout your day, it's your memory that lets you perform simple tasks like finding your keys or recognizing the people you know. And, of course, memory is also essential to learning. Although the ability to recall and process memories naturally slows down with age, there are steps you can take to help keep your memory sharp. Let's take a deep dive into how memory works and what you can do to improve it. Memory and the brain, how does it work? Memory is the processing, storage, and recall of information. Your brain is always deciding what information is worth storing and for how long. For example, you probably can't remember every item on last month's supermarket list, but as you wrote it, you easily recalled what was missing from your pantry. And yet there are likely events from years ago, decades even, that you remember with perfect clarity. This recall is controlled by your long-term and short-term memory. Short-term memories are only stored for a brief period of time, usually a matter of seconds or minutes, while long-term memories are stored more or less permanently. This leads us to the big, looming question: how are these memories stored? Different regions of your brain perform separate tasks. Your sense of smell, for instance, is handled in your brain's temporal lobe, but visual processing takes place in the occipital lobe. Your memories often include diverse details like visual, auditory, and other sensory information, not to mention the associated emotions. Because of this, the rich variety of information that makes up a memory is stored throughout your brain. So how does your brain keep track of all of these pieces? Enter the hippocampus. This brain structure is found deep in the temporal lobe, and it's responsible to keep a running index of your memories and their elemental parts. The final piece of the memory puzzle is the one we are most familiar with: recall. So how exactly do you summon up stored memories? The answer: neural pathways. Your brain is made up of neurons using electrical and chemical signals to transmit information. With each new experience, multiple regions of your brain connect and communicate to create a new and unique neural pathway. When you remember something, your brain is simply recreating this pathway as a memory. Why does memory worsen in time? As mentioned, memory may naturally decline with age. This doesn't necessarily mean your ability to form new memories is declining, but rather your brain's ability to recall existing memories slows down. This is, in part, due to the deterioration of neurons in your brain. With age, the communication between neurons that's crucial to memory recall can become less efficient. It is not that your brain can no longer form the necessary neurological pathways, the process just takes a little longer than it used to. Of course, other outside factors can also impact your ability to recall memories. These include sleep deprivation, stress, head trauma, and other neurological conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's disease. How to keep your memory healthy? Struggling to recall a memory that feels just out of reach can be frustrating, inconvenient, and, at times, embarrassing. Thankfully, there are 11 ways to help boost your memory and sharpen our minds. Number 1 is keep learning. A higher level of education is associated with better mental functioning in old age. Challenging your brain with mental exercise is believed to activate processes that help maintain individual brain cells and stimulate communication among them. Many people have jobs that keep them mentally active, but pursuing a hobby or learning a new skill can function the same way. Building and preserving brain connections is an ongoing process, so make lifelong learning a priority. Next is use all your senses. The more senses you use in learning something, the more of your brain will be involved in retaining the memory. In one study, adults were shown a series of emotionally neutral images, each presented along with a smell. They were not asked to remember what they saw. Later, they were shown a set of images, this time without odors, and asked to indicate which they'd seen before. They had excellent recall for all auto-paired pictures, and especially for those associated with pleasant smells. So, challenge all your senses as you venture into the unfamiliar. Thirdly, stay physically active. One of the best ways to keep your brain active is to keep your body in motion. Exercise improves blood flow to the brain, helping to keep your neurons healthy and happy. Studies show that as little as 15 minutes of exercise can lead to observable improvements in cognition and memory. Regular exercise, between 75 to 150 minutes per week, has been tied to improved memory function in adults. Fourth, get a good night's sleep. Sleep plays a vital role in memory encoding and processing. Although its exact role in memory function is still being explored, most scientists agree sleep allows your brain to store and process new memories from the day. But it's not just new memories that sleep can help. Lack of sleep can also impact your ability to recall existing memories. To give your brain the rest it needs, try to get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Fifth, read a book. Your brain and memory is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Creating new neural pathways keeps your neurons in tip-top shape. One great way to exercise your neurons is reading a book. Reading also decreases stress and improves concentration, both of which can have a positive impact on your memory. Sixthly, try to stay organized. Clutter, both physical and mental, can negatively impact your ability to remember things. If you keep your working and living spaces tidy, it's easier to remember where you set your phone, keys, or wallet. Similarly, a planner can help keep you mentally organized, making it easier to remember appointments, tasks, and other responsibilities. Seventh, get plenty of vitamins B and D. When it comes to your memory, you want to get enough vitamin B and D. These two nutrients have been tied to reduced rates of dementia and may play a vital role in keeping your memory working properly. And on the flip side, foods such as sugars, processed foods, and refined carbohydrates have been tied to cognitive decline and, in some cases, increased risk of dementia. Eighth, limit your alcohol consumption. Alcohol can affect your health in a number of ways, but one of the more obviously affected areas is your memory. If you drink excessively, you run the risk of blacking out or temporarily losing the ability to store new memories. That's why after a night of heavy drinking, some people struggle to remember the evening clearly. 9. Say the information out loud. Whether you are trying to remember a phone number, studying for a test, or committing directions to memory, saying the information out loud can help it stick. 10. Write it down. Handwriting information has a similar effect as speaking it out loud. That is, it can make information easier to remember later on. Writing things out on paper can be especially helpful and even a more effective memory tool than taking digital notes on a laptop. 11. Believe in yourself. Myths about aging can contribute to a failing memory. Middle-aged and older learners do worse on memory tasks when they're exposed to negative stereotypes about aging and memory, and better when the messages are positive about memory preservation into old age. If you believe you can improve and you translate that belief into practice, you have a better chance of keeping your mind sharp. Neuroplasticity helps. The human brain has an astonishing ability to adapt and change even into old age. This ability is known as neuroplasticity. With the right stimulation, your brain can form new neural pathways, alter existing connections, and adapt and react in ever-changing ways. The brain's incredible ability to reshape itself holds true when it comes to learning and memory. You can harness the natural power of neuroplasticity to increase your cognitive abilities, enhance your ability to learn new information, and improve your memory at any age.